Hey guys, beautiful good morning and welcome to Wings India 2024. This is VS Aviator 98. So finally, this is my sixth visit of this Wings India series. So personally from my side, I started my journey from 2014 and now it's going to be very exciting as behind the scenes there are so many surprises up ahead. So in my previous video, we saw a historical landing of Boeing 777X. That is the one I'm going to explore there. And secondly, yesterday night we saw the A350 landing here at Begumpet Airport, which is the Air India's first ever A350. So I'm going to share that. But not only those, there's so many surprises up ahead. Without further ado, let's start our journey at Wings India 2024. So check-in completed, guys. So we are now heading towards the business pass section. So I've applied for business pass today, and well, there are so many surprises right ahead. So you can see right behind me. Well, guess what? Akasa Air 737 Max is here. So I'm gonna check and see what so much surprises up ahead. It's not only the Akasa Air. There are so many planes coming through. So well, as you can see, this is the old Begumpet Airport, and well, right behind me is none other than the Indigo's first A321 converted freighter, and this used to be the passenger version. And also we have the Akasa Air 737 Max right behind me. So I'm gonna explore and see what so many surprises right there behind the scenes. So let's get started. Okay guys, so finally I'm right here. Behind me is the Akasa Air 737 Max. So this is the I think it's 18th 737 Max for the Akasa Air. So this airline was launched back in 2022. So let's see what my first impressions is. Well, livery wise, I really like the design, the bold letters of Akasa Air, and also with white and with the orange color matched really well. And you have 737-8 right there. And well, the most interesting feature of the 737 Max is the all new CFM LEAP 1B engine. So well, you know that I took the video of SpiceJet 737 Max back on Wings India 2022. So actually these fan blades are very efficient, and also this is a CFM LEAP 1B and it's a very fuel efficient engine, and it looks like the size, you know, it's quite big compared to the 737-800 series. To me, this 737 Max is by far, it's the most iconic aircraft from the 737 family. And now heading to the wingtips, well, this is by far my favorite wingtip design of the 737 Max, and you know, compared to the other rivals like, you know, the Airbus A320 Neo. So the design is heavily built on sharklet team, but this one looks by far its most aerodynamic as well. So I'm pretty impressed with the Akasa's 737 Max design. So coming to the tail section of the 737 Max, and but before we that, let me show you this view. This is by far the most craziest view of all. Anyway, so right up ahead there are so many planes, but I'll come back to that later. So yeah, look at the tail section of the Max. Well, this reminds me of, you know, the 787 Dreamliner's design. So this is by far the most impressive design of the Max, and yeah, it looks by far the best of the best. So well, the one thing I like the most is the LED tail lamps of the auxiliary power unit of the Max. So yeah, it looks very special design of this Max version. And coming to the passengers capacity, so I believe that this is almost equivalent to A320 Neo, but by far I would say that this design of the Max is the most fuel efficient. And it's not only the most fuel efficient aircraft we ever built, but the most traditional part of the 737 Max is this amazing landing gear, powered by 4 Michelin tires, which are pumped up with the nitrogen gas, and you have traditional tire caps which can match up with the main livery of the 737 Max. And another fascinating view is the landing gear's hydraulic systems, which are used to control the braking systems of the 737 Max. Overall, bringing Akasa Air at Wings India 2024 is an amazing moment to have a close-up view, and most importantly, I'm surprised to see the 737 Max orders with 150 planes. So this is by far the most exciting moment. Now it's time for amazing photo shoot of this amazing 737 Max of Akasa Air. Alright guys, so our next visitor of Wings India 2024 is not one 737 Max what we see in Akasa. This is the Air India 737 Max, the first ever 737 Max for Air India. Actually it's Air India Express. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna show you the specifics of what this 737 Max has. So like I said, compared to A320 Neo, the seat capacity is near to 162 to 178 passengers. So this is almost equivalent to A320 Neo. And I also mentioned that this engine is equipped with CFM LEAP 1B, and compared to the A320 Neo, that is also a CFM LEAP 1B. Anyway, so here we are at the first view of Air India Express 737 Max. Well, first reaction, the colors compared to the old version of the Air India Express, this is by far the most modern looking view of Air India Express 737 Max. And as you can see, this is one of the tail section of the Max of the Air India Express. So they will be inaugurating this one. This is called Kalamkari, right? So it is another new tail design, so they're going to unveil it soon. All right, so coming to the specs, well, just like the same on Akasa Air 737 Max, this is by far it's equal to the Air India Express version. The only difference is the cabin. So well, I haven't seen the cabin inside, so we will soon see the cabin inside the plane. Well, the text of Air India Express, well, like I said, compared to the old version of the Air India Express, you have Hindi and English. Here you have only English text. So this one looks very bold letters, right? And it looks very attractive as well compared to Air India Express colors, which was the 737-800 series. All right, so this is one, and then you have the wheel caps colored in orange, and this is the tail section of the 737 Max. Well, this is by far looks very attractive as well, and well, it looks very stunning view of the Air India Express Max. Overall, the color wise, I would say this looks very fantastic, and both, you know, compared to the one you are seeing right there is the Akasa Air 737 Max, and this Air India Express, yeah, it looks quite similar. but design wise, my favorite would be Air India Express 737 Max. So that's why I like the whole concept of the the whole design of the 737 Max of Air India Express. So as you know that Air India has now merged with the other budget airliners, including Vistara, AirAsia India. So Air India Express now operates not only the new 737 Max, but they are also operating the A320 Neo, which is previously operated by AirAsia India. So we could have seen that A320 Neo here today, but this is by far the most attractive view of the 737 Max, and it's the first aircraft to be delivered. And actually, I want to remind you to all viewers that this aircraft was actually supposed to be delivered to Russian budget airline called S7 Airlines. So because of the Russia's invasion of Ukraine, this plane was grounded, and Air India Express took the opportunity to take the 737 Max and converted it with a brand new livery, just I have shown you right now. So well, overall I would say, as I told you, the livery of the Max looks very iconic, and there are so many viewers who really loved the transformation of Air India, which was previously owned by government, but now with Tata's taking the ownership, I think that is a very good initiative to modernize the whole airline and also the whole fleet of Air India, and including this Air India Express. So Air India, you did a very good job, and what a surprise you gave us to bring this 737 Max here at Wings India 2024. I love this plane so much. But also most of the aviation fans are going to miss the old livery of 737-800 of Air India Express, which is still flying to this day. Personally, I really love the traditional tail design of the old 737-800 series, which was very iconic. Now, after amazing walking around, it's time for a photo shoot. Alright guys, so right behind me is our all new Airbus A321 P2F. That means it's passenger to freighter conversion. So Indigo Cargo is the first airline to operate this convertible version. So let's start with our first reaction of this all new Airbus A321 P2F conversion. So you can see right up ahead is this front door was sealed because the reason is that you need an extra cargo capacity to be filled, right? So you need extra white space to accommodate more cargo, and not only that, they also seal all the windows as well, because this is what previously used to be the passenger variant of the Airbus A321-200 series. So that's why they sealed all the windows, and as you can see very closely, these fan blades are quite a bit dirty for now because she traveled a very long while, right? So, and this engine is also used on Airbus A320-200 series as well. So by far this is the old frame, but like I said previously, this is the convertible version of the Airbus A321 to freighter. Alright, now coming to the wingtip of this Airbus A321. This is obviously a classy A320 family variants. So yeah, it looks very attractive as well. Coming to the rear, so this aircraft is registered as Victor Tango India Kilo Yankee, or VTIKY. So again you can see the rear door also being sealed same as to accommodate the extra capacity for the cargo. And coming to the tail, well, it's obviously a traditional indigo colors. So yeah, you have the old APU. Well, actually it's not old design APU, and it is also used same on all Airbus A320 family variants, including the Airbus A320 Neo variants. Right, now coming to the backside view of this A321 passenger to freighter version. Well, again, this looks very impressive with a beautiful sunlight capture moment. Anyway, right, now coming on to the other side also, you can see the door is once again sealed on the left side, and also they closed all the windows, because one thing I also want to tell you, that they closed this window because they want to accommodate more space for a cargo, as I have previously mentioned. In addition to that, they have added a new layer within this frame, and as you can see on this A321 P2F, you can see now the cargo door is open. So this is how it looks on Indigo's Airbus A321 passenger to freighter version. You can see inside, these are the cargo chains where they used to drag the cargo inside to the cargo bay, and by far this is for this mid-sized plane, this is by far the largest capacity to have ever added on this A321 P2F version. Right, so this is by far, it looks amazing. Right, so what did they do was they actually divided this fuselage just to build this large cargo door. So if you look similarly to the Lufthansa's A321 P2F version, this is the same design that they have operated this concept. So this modification actually started by Lufthansa initially. So they worked at Lufthansa Technic maintenance facility in Frankfurt, and now with this new P2F conversion, this marks as the second airliner to operate this model. And well, if you ask about the fleet size, well, my guess will be hardly around I think 4 to 5 mostly. So now they are planning to expand the fleet of Indigo's A321 P2F versions soon. So once again, this is another view of the Indigo's Airbus A321 P2F version. So yeah, overall this looks quite impressive in terms of both design as well as new innovative strategy by Airbus to modify the old frames of Airbus A321s. So this initiative actually started during the pandemic, where some of the worst hit affected pandemic countries, like from the Africas to the Asias, were heavily impacted on it. So Airbus decided that to deliver more the medical supplies, they need a cargo version of the Airbus A321 passenger to freighter conversion. So for that case, they started these operations first with the Lufthansa to convert this plane into a new P2F version. So that is the reason that they have started this initiative. So well, this looks very impressive, and I'm very excited as well to see this plane flying. And most importantly, I'm also surprised to see Indigo started up its cargo operations, because they wanted to prove that even though they are the low-cost airliner, both in a passenger's. Also wanted to prove that they are also the low-cost cargo operations provider as well. So I would like to say that Indigo has done a very good initiative of taking cargo operations, and now it's time for amazing photo shoot, and afterwards we'll head up for our next visitor of Wings India 2024. Alright guys, so we have just seen the 737 MAX of Akasa Air and Air India Express, and also we have seen the Indigo's A321 passenger cum freighter version. Now the one you all been exciting for, and the one you must have seen in my previous video of a historic landing of 777X. Well, guess who's right here, man? There she is, the all-new Boeing 777X. This is the first ever built 777X, launched on January 2020 with her maiden flight. It was actually manufactured on November 2013. So let me show you this all-new 777X. Oh my goodness, look at the design. I really impressed the design of this plane, and right above you can see these are the customers who has ordered a 777X. You have Singapore Airlines, Qatar Airways, Lufthansa, Etihad Airways, Emirates, Cathay Pacific, British Airways, ANA, Japan Airlines, and we have Air India. Finally, they ordered the 777X. Well, look at this design. I mean, I really love this 777X by far. And you know what? This is my dream come true moment to watch this first ever production spec model of this 777X. You know, personally for me, this should have started its commercial operations, starting up with Emirates back in 2020. Now, there have been lots of certification delays. So, well, I hope this plane will fly to all commercial airlines soon. Right, now, let's look at the engine spec, and look at this massive engine. This is General Electric's GE9X. Well, if you look at my height and the height of this engine, this looks very big, and this powers 130,000 pounds of thrust, and this engine has earned the Guinness Book of World Records, and you know, it's very impressive. Look at this. I mean, the whole design of these blades are very thin compared to its predecessor version of General Electric's GE90. And yeah, so the whole aircraft is built with carbon composites, and you must have seen how the quality of these carbon composites of this plane is built. So it's very light, it's very efficient, and also it improves its fuel efficiency. So, well, as you can see, these are the crew members of the experimental 777X crew. Alright, now let's look at the wing tips, and by far this is the first commercial airline to design these wing tips. Now this is the foldable wing tips concept. So this design was inspired from the naval versions of fighter jets like F-18 Super Hornets, which are carrier-based variant. So once the Hornet lands on the carrier, so they usually you know, they fold the wings to provide more space. So here in civil aviation version, they use these wing tips to just make sure to provide more space at the gates. And this is by far, this is the longest wing tip design ever built. So, well, the capacity wise of this 777X is almost 2 times larger compared to the predecessor, the 777-300ER version. Alright, now as you know that must have seen in my previous video, this plane came from Kailua Airport from Hawaii to Hyderabad non-stop. It took over 12 hours. I already mentioned the description on the previous video. So this is by far the most long-haul aircraft ever built by Boeing. And well, it's time to get closer. The design wise, well, this is a typical traditional Boeing livery. This is an in-house color livery. You have 777X right here. This is -9 variant, and that's the registration number, November 779 X-ray Whiskey. Alright, now let me show you the auxiliary power unit of the 777X. I hope you can hear my voice, and by far this is the loudest. This looks quite loud. This looks quite loud, and look at this. Look at the backside view of the 777X. How amazing this is. How amazing. Yeah. So, alright, now if I get inside, if I get in the middle of it, of this 777X, look at this. It is by far the longest design actually. This looks quite big, quite big. And let me show you the landing gear of this 777X. Well, look at this landing gear. So these are all hydraulic based landing gears. So you have 12 wheels of this 777X. So these are all powered by Goodyear tires, and if we get a closer view of this 777X, well, these are all hydraulic powered. I hope you can see inside how this so much wirings are here. So these are all nothing but controlling the braking system of the 777X. And well, this is the rear view side of the G9X. Well, this looks very insane. This looks very insane. I mean, I really love this version of this 777X. So the design wise, it's almost similar to the 777-300ER, and the most exciting part I like the features in 777X is this wingtips, as I have previously mentioned. So this is by far the most favorite airplane ever. So as you know, Air India became the 9th customer to order the Boeing 777X with 10 777-9s, and under the ownership of Tata's, they really did a great job by taking this 777X. So like I previously mentioned, the delivery of the 777X will take a bit time. It will be mostly around 2026, as one of the Emirates CEO Tim Clark has mentioned, and they are also trying to swap the orders of 777X versions. But I'm also expecting this plane to fly soon, so every plane spotters are so excited to fly this 777X in domestic and international flights as well. So, well, by far this is the first time I have visiting this production spec 777X. So this is a dream come true, guys, to me, and what a phenomenal moment this is. I'm gonna love this a lot. So Boeing, you made a big surprise for this amazing Wings India Expo, and by far this is a historical moment to see this 777X in the previous video, when I took the landing of this 777X evening at 6:15, my first impression was, I was very excited, but most importantly, I was very emotional also, because this is by far the first ever production spec 777X ever arrived here in India. And yeah, once again, Boeing, I am very happy that you brought this 777X here. So I'm expecting you guys to make sure to deliver this plane to all airlines, as they are all waiting for, and we are also excited to fly this 777X soon. So once again, Boeing, with respect to the design and also the quality, I like the most, and this is by far the most favorite airplane ever. So kudos to Boeing, and now it's time for a photo shoot. Alright guys, so right behind me is the all new Airbus A350-900, and it's the first ever A350 for Air India. So speaking about the livery wise, my first reaction is, now the color looks very bright, and the most interesting part is I love the gold layer of this A350 matching up with the white color and the red combination. The only thing I was surprised was this, there's no mention of Hindi text. So if you can see in the old Air India's 777s and A320s, the livery looks quite dull, but most importantly that you have Hindi text also. Well, by far this looks quite modern and very attractive, right? So this is one of the coolest livery that I have seen during the revealing ceremony. Now coming to this engine, so this is the Rolls-Royce Trent 1000, or they also known as the Rolls-Royce Trent XWB, because they designated this XWB as extra wide body. So yeah, it looks quite impressive, and by comparing with the Boeing 777X, this is by far the second largest engine built by Airbus. And yeah, so as you can see, we have the registration number VTJRA, also abbreviated as Victor Tango Juliet Romeo Alpha. And coming to the wingtips of this all new Airbus A350, well, the color is quite fine. The gold finish wingtips, it looks quite modern. But if you can match up with this, with the main colors what you're seeing right now, so yeah, it looks quite attractive as well. Anyway, so coming to the tail section of the A350, well, my first reaction looks quite fine. I'm satisfied with this, but compared to the old livery of Air India, that was quite impressive. It looks very attractive as well. But this one, as you can see, you have a purple finish, which reminds me of the same color used by Vistara, and you have the red finish and the gold color. The red color, well, that reminds me same as AirAsia, right? So you know that both AirAsia and Vistara are owned by Tata Group. So when they announced the merger of these two airlines, so what they decided was they want to simultaneously change this livery with this purple and red finish. So, well, by far it looks quite impressive when it comes to delivery wise again. Yeah, so if you look at the auxiliary power unit of this A350 900, well, it looks quite fine to me, but if you compare this with the 777X up ahead, well, I like the design concept of the auxiliary power unit of this 777X. So, but this one, it looks quite impressive when it comes to this APU unit of this A350. So, if we look at the rear view of this all-new Airbus A350, wow, it looks absolutely stunning with the backdrop of the old airport. So, yeah, it looks very attractive as well. So the interesting thing is about the cabin design of this A350. Actually, this airframe was supposed to be delivered to Russia's national airline called Aeroflot. Now, because of the Russia's invasion of Ukraine, so Airbus has halted its deliveries of the Airbus A350s. So this airframe was grounded for a while, and until Air India took a chance to deliver this airframe with cabin which was actually belongs to Aeroflot. But Air India made a very good decision to retain the cabin of the A350, which is by far, it looks very modern as well. So you must have seen all the pictures in social media revealing the A350's new infotainment systems, which are built by Panasonic, CF, which are built by Panasonic, and also the new premium economy and economy class seats built by Collins Aerospace. So yeah, overall I would say this is a new beginning for Air India, and also a very exciting moment is that this plane will start its domestic operations on January 22nd. So we have 3 days to go. So so it starts from Bengaluru to Chennai, and then Chennai to Hyderabad. So from Hyderabad it starts at around 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. So from Hyderabad to Bengaluru again. Then once it reaches to Bengaluru again, it will stop at Delhi, which is the last stop of this trip. So slowly they are going to start domestic operations for this Air India's first A350 900. Okay, so for now this is the first initiative that Air India wants to train its pilots to get familiarized with this all-new Airbus A350 900. So, well, to make it very conclusive, so to conclude this, I must say, Air India, you did a fabulous job. One is you retained the cabin based on the passengers' feedback, and also most importantly, it's the first time that we are seeing this all-new Airbus A350 right here at Wings India. So it's another historical moment that for me as an aviation enthusiast, I'm super excited to watch this first ever Airbus A350 900 for Air India. So I can't wait to fly this amazing Airbus A350 soon. So it's time for an amazing photo shoot.